You know what time it is. You're back for it. You're here. It's the Black Bluff Nation. We're playing some Rimworld. Alright, where we left off. Everything's on fire, we're taking damage, and we're building a burn tunnel. I think we're good to just let this go. Gunsmithing complete. Let's get some microelectronics. We haven't really been able to find an EMP, or more to the point, we don't really have anything to trade for an EMP, so we can make our own if we get microelectronics knocked out. And we've got our power started, so I think we're gonna get some more power going on. Get a machining table. Be good. We should also get a crematorium going so that we can get rid of all these corpses. Alright, we got a mech cluster with a dynamo turning off our power. That is pretty easy to deal with, so we're just gonna have our guys out there go take that down. They did change it so that when you attack the problem causer on these outside events, the problem causer will wake up the mechs, but you can still do it in a way that usually you don't have to fight the mechs. So I'm just gonna have these two scope it out, see what's going on. Alright, here we go. Holloway's super mad. I might just have him leave. I'm not sure why he's... Oh. He has food poisoning and he's recreation starved. And these are gonna trigger... I don't know, I don't really want him to break down. We're just gonna have him go off the map. Shoot some dynamo and then shoot some... Take a step forward so that Scyther doesn't aggro us. Take out the problem causer, that's a little bit scary. Alright, perfect. Get out of there. Get. Nice. Oh no, look at this little guy. He's got food poisoning. That's too bad, little impid. It's too bad you're a pyromaniac. Otherwise, I'm always happy to have a child, but not you. Not you, you're a bad child. Alright, we're expanding on some of the electrical things we have. We've got a thing to get our corpses off the map, which is going to be useful. Weirdly, even though corpses are in the ground, they'll still come in here and count for actually a decent amount of wealth that we have on the map. So burning out all these corpses that, like, obviously we're not using, we're not doing anything with them right now, that's going to make raids easier, which is kind of counterintuitive. And I was actually quite surprised that corpses even contributed to wealth, because it's not... They're kind of undesirable anyway, and it's not like I have any sort of benefit to having them. So we're going to get rid of them. And the way I like to set up the builds for this, that's the other thing I wanted to show, is I will do this first one. Well, these all are going to be due forever. And this first one is going to be only our colonists and slave corpses. So we'll get rid of our own people first. Then we'll get rid of any human corpses. And then we'll get rid of any rotten corpses. And that's usually how I like to do this build. And we'll put our, not burn weapon, we'll put our apparel that we were burning in our fire. Since we're moving away from our fire, we'll put our apparel burning on this. Alright, we got a raid. Rather big raid. Well, get our trap tunnels going. They're attacking immediately, so I don't have a lot of time to look. I hate pigs. That is so many pigs. Well, we've got our spells. We've got our traps. I still didn't make a wall. That was a mistake. Sure would be nice to have. Maybe we can get one built here. Builder. No, there's like no way. It's not great. So we're just trying to reroute them. They're gonna destroy my stuff. These are both explosive. We can kill them without too much trouble. Get out of here. Nope. They can burn the crops. It's fine. It's too bad they don't want to. There you go. That's good. Light yourself on fire. That's what we like to see. This next one coming out, he's got a revolver. He's by himself. Come on. Come on, go down. There we go. Alright, looking good. We've kept him out of our important stuff. We can always rebuild these crops, it's not a big deal. Save the campfire. Alright, you guys shoot. Shoot. Come on, hit him. Alright, good. In. I don't know, pigs. A lot of your friends are dead. Maybe we call it good. Maybe it was a good raid. Nice. How going down was enough, and then I would prefer them not to break this stuff. Right this way, sir. Let me escort you out of the base. Feel free. Yes, right this way. Very good. And we'll stand on all these corpses that we're about to get rid of. Incorrect. What type of damage did you take? I think we handled that relatively well. Blue took a little bit of damage, but All in all, not too bad. Alright, we're gonna get to cleaning this up. What'll cheer us up after a nice pig raid is to do the old party of God. We also captured that pig that was on fire out there. We ended up capturing him. Has an infection right now. Would actually be a pretty good pawn, but I don't really want a pig. And getting the 12 relation gain from releasing them is more important to me than getting that as a pawn. But it has good skills like Optimus, Physically Dull. Both of those are fine. And then decent medical, decent planting. It wouldn't be bad. No Lara, rest in peace. But you know, would be okay for a pig. But I don't want to worry about that right now. Let's see how our festival does. Here we go. Unforgettable. Amazing. Amazing. That'll help us out while we're cleaning up these corpses, hopefully. And we need to rebuild our traps. This is a fun event. We've been cleaning up. You can see we've kind of cleared a few corpses, but our priest has gotten mad and declared that our crematorium is a heretic, needs to be destroyed. I don't really want to mess with him. I could arrest him or I could try to knock him down. He's in rough shape, and I don't really want to mess with hurting him. I also don't know why he's starving when we have literal food everywhere, but you know, you do you, Bagor. You do you. So we're gonna rebuild that. Try again. Gonna build it at an angle this time, so it'll be harder to hit. It's more hidden in the wall. Bear getting awfully close to us. Don't like it. You know what we do with hunting animals that come by here. We don't like hunting animals around these parts. Oh no, he has hypothermia. He's not gonna make it. Poor little impid child. The small impid child has expired. Goodbye. Alright, we got a new quest. We got a quest for our artifact, which apparently is an EMP Warhammer. Who would have thought? I usually accept these and then never succeed at them, but it'll give us like additional quests to try to go find this relic. Sometimes I will succeed at those, but usually I don't ever find the relic because I usually die before I do that, but we will accept it. I guess we have another quest here too, which is take care of a pig. But I don't want any of that stuff, so we're not going to do that. Also, our caravan is back in here. I'm going to send them out. I just brought them in to help kind of clean stuff up, but I think we're looking pretty good now. All our corpses are gone, and yeah, I think we're going to get them back out on the road. They have a surplus of fungus that they can survive off of, and I think we're going to start donating our excess wealth to the pigs, because I really would like to stop getting attacked by pigs. They are very unpleasant. We've got enough grass here. We're gonna get another psy-casting level. Another spell for our brutally wounded spellcaster. Oh boy. What's it gonna be? It's gonna be a raid! Oh, that's a significantly easier raid than the pig raid. Way to go, impids. That is a good amount to attack me with. I like to see you attack me with 6. And that just goes, just like, that's just getting rid of those corpses, honestly. That reduced our wealth so much. It's so weird that corpses count for wealth like that. I mean, I guess there's one thing, there's Dead Life Dust now that Anomaly brought in, that you can resurrect, corpses and they can, like, fight for you, and although that's super powerful, like, I don't have access to that yet. I can't do that. Corpses literally do nothing for me. They're just ugly, and they go in graves, which have no function, but it was like a third of our wealth. Here we go. Let's see it. I go by and I walk over traps, and I die. Alright, riveting defense thus far. Can we do it? Yes! Amazing. Let's try to get this guy. Let's do our... So I'm going to do this in the correct order. I'm going to tend him first. The only problem with doing that is sometimes they can stand up, and if they stand up, that ends up being bad. But I think this guy's roughed up enough that he's probably not going to do that. We'll just tend him to where he's not going to die. Alright, we can carry him now. Once you get above 10 hours, I think, like, it's pretty hard for them to get killed on the transportation. Why are you so slow? You are slow because your brain hurts? Are you cold? No. I don't know. Breathing, I guess you only have one lung. Sure, okay. Alright. Fair point. And we might have enough wealth, or not enough wealth, we might have enough mood. Our people might be happy enough that I think maybe I can get away with taking one of his lungs. I would really like to start repairing our priest, because he is messed up. But we should also just check this guy to see. Like, I'm not totally against, if I had a really good impid, I would take it. This is not a really good impid, so I am not going to take him. But I might take his lung. I don't want him per se, but I would not mind taking one of his lungs. So maybe we'll do that. Let's see how much our people care about taking a lung. That's not too bad. Our priest would be a little bit mad, but he's a high mate anyway, so he'll live with it. And even if he breaks down, like, he doesn't help us defend anything. He can be broken down. I don't really care. But only a -4 from everybody else. Like, sometimes they're very against organ use, and if that's the case, like, everybody gets a -15. I'd be less willing to do that, but I think we'll risk it for getting one of those sweet, sweet lungs. And why can't I take your lungs? Oh, because they're all messed up. You got messed up lungs, do you? Oh no. I can't take the right one for some reason. If it has damage on it, I wouldn't be able to take it. I was like checking this. I was like, is it a wooden lung? Does he have a wooden lung? No, he doesn't. Turns out putting a piece of wood in your chest does not function as a lung. So, we're going to do that. We're going to take a lung. We should actually use a bed if we're going to do surgery, instead of just having him lay on the ground in the dark and our priest just eyeballing it, being like, yeah, I don't know. It seems fine. Alright, make a bed. Oh, and here's our caravan. Getting rid of everything that I loaded up on here, except for the food. That's just so that they can keep hanging out outside and be happy. Look at that, 15 more points. Up to negative 65, amazing. The pigs, we have basically allied. Negative 65 might as well be positive 75. Nope. Nope, don't do that. Don't do what you were thinking about doing, that's wrong. Build, why can't I click on this? I want you to build this. No more doctoring. You're done with doctoring. Do we just not have wood? Yeah, we don't have wood, that's why. Okay. Let's get some wood. Love to see it. Surgery has failed. We didn't get that light put in. Wasn't a bed though, only a minor way, so that just means we sliced his neck to where he is 5 hours from death. Nice lung extraction, not a bad try. So we'll try that again after he heals up here a little bit. We got our traps back up, and I would like to get a stockpile of wood again, so that we have that. There we go. Did we get it? And get ourselves a lung? Yes, very nice, amazing. Alright, Tharath, you served us well. Thank you for stopping by, and see you later. Now the difficulty here is, I think the only person in our colony that's any good at doing medical is the guy who needs it, which is nice. So, we're not going to do anything with that yet. We're just going to have a lung, because somebody with one medical trying to do it, I think even with Glitter World medicine, is not going to have even a remotely decent chance of succeeding. Let's see how Lara would do. So, if we did go rest, so like, what surgery success chance is a factor. This is just looking at... I actually have no idea how to see what somebody's success rate of doing something is. You know what? Let's just YOLO it. Who cares? Lara can try to... Lara's a surgeon, so she's ready to install a lung. This'll go fine. I'm confident. I'm confident. Look at her. She's confident. She's hyping herself up. Sowing some fungus. This is gonna work. We are gonna use Glitter World medicine also. We're gonna use our best stuff. Give it our highest chance. Get. Oh, you don't want to because you don't think Lara's gonna do it, but she will. She will. And she's got those elongated fingers. That's kind of that's the main reason I'm choosing her, is look at these fingers. That's some manipulation if I've ever seen some. So, you can't even do it because you have to have a skill of 5 to even try to do that. Okay, well, the more we know. That was anticlimactic. Hope you enjoyed the episode.